Hey guys, what is up? TheNeoCubest here. Welcome to my tower house build tutorial. I don't even know if it's really considered a tower house. I don't really know what I'm going to title it yet, but it looks like this. It's a really cool build, right? It's got a bunch of floors, okay? So the outside looks like this. You probably got that from the thumbnail. I show you how to build literally everything you see here. I show you how to build this awesome interior. So we got the first floor here. We've got the second floor, the little bedroom, which is nice. And then we've got the third floor, little brewing room, and then we've got some storage up top. So if you guys want to know how to build this block by block, step by step, interior and exterior, stick around for the tutorial, and yeah, let's get started. Alright, so for this house, you're going to need to find the materials found on my hotbar below, and you're just going to start off by placing 3 oak logs in a pattern like this. Okay, pretty simple, right? And then we're going to do the exact same thing, and we're just going to make a perfect little square. So this isn't the biggest house in the world, but it actually feels really big on the inside. So we want to build these up as high as you want your house to be, so I'm going to build it up. I'm going to count this as 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. I'm just going to do 11 blocks high like that, so 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, and 11. So I'm going to bring all those up to 11 high. There we go. Now the next step is actually going to be taking some stone brick and placing them in between but one out of these logs. So we're going to go all the way to the tippy top of these logs right here, and we're just going to do that pattern all the way around. Now of course one of these sides is going to be holding your door. However, which side does not really matter. It can be the front. I mean, it can be, well, I guess the front is whatever you want to make it be, right? But any side is going to work for your entrance. And by the way, guys, I don't know if I mentioned this, but I am on the eDog878 server. I think that's the name, eDogs878. I don't remember the numbers, but the IP will be in the comment section as well as the description. So if you want to hop on and check out this build, I don't know the warp yet, the command to get here, but you can probably ask someone and they'll tell you. But, okay, so as you can see, as I was talking, I just finished the structure of the build. Pretty simple, right? So now we're just going to take some stairs, and we're going to line the bottom like this, and then we're going to put a stair in the middle. So we're going to do the same sort of thing all the way around like this. And it's really, like, it is a simple build, right? Let me turn my render distance down a little bit. It is a very simple build. It's not hard to do, like, really at all, but it ends up looking really, really cool. Okay, so we're gonna count 1, 2, 3 blocks, and we're gonna place one, right? And then we're going to count 1, 2, 3, and then we're gonna place another one. And then we might want to extend everything up 1 block just to make sure everything is even here, because I want to have that spacing on these sections be sort of even. So as you can see, we're gonna do the same sort of thing here. So 1, and then 1, 2, 3, place another one. So 1, 2, 3, place one. 1, 2, 3, and then place one. And you're going to end up doing that all the way around your build. And you should end up with something like that. Okay, now, under where you did that, you're going to put trapdoors all the way around the build like this. So pretty simple, not hard to do at all. But I figured I'd go on a server, right, because I usually build on single player, and it gets kind of boring, like, it gets kind of lonely, so I wanted to come on here and maybe I can talk with some of you guys and build some stuff. But we're going to repeat what we did down there with the trapdoors. We're going to just do the exact same thing right here. So pretty simple, pretty easy to do. It's really not a hard build at all to make, and it looks really cool in survival. It's got that sort of medieval feel. I don't really know how to say that word properly, but somewhat medieval, I guess you could say. So we're going to start by building the roof now. So we're going to place 3 blocks right there, and then we're just going to extend it off another 3. You just want to make sure you are 1 block past your structure, just like this, and then we're going to build that up 2 high like this, and then we're going to go here again, and we're just going to go up 2. Just like this. So as you can see, it's going to be like sections of 2. So I just put 2 blocks and then stacked 1 on top, and then I'm just doing 3 right here. Now this is one of the more complicated roofs I've done, although it's not really complicated in the grand scheme of things. But let's go over here and let's do the same sort of thing. So extend it 1 off, just like this, and then 1 off, and then stack it up just like that, make it 2 high. And then we're just going to put 3 blocks and just make sure you connect that adjacent block right there. And you should end up with a pretty cool roof shape. We're just going to do the same sort of thing. So 1, 2, 3, just like this. And then at the top here, it's just going to be a more flat slope. It's not going to be as extreme. However, it will still look good, I promise. So another 3 blocks, just like this. And we're just going to repeat the same pattern. So this house, it is pretty simple to do, but it has some nice styling to it. Something I don't usually do. I'm usually a pretty boring vanilla builder, but I've been learning from some people on here and getting better and better, so things are just starting to look a little bit better. And then we're just going to connect the top just like that. So we built it 1 over, and then we're just going to connect the top with just these 3 blocks right here. And then another cool thing you can do, so you have the basic roof shape there. Another thing we can do is just put some dark oak fences, or not dark oak, sorry, spruce wood fences just like this. And then if you want to, you can make them hang down like 1 or 2 blocks just like this. And then you can just put a nice spruce slab on them. Something like that can just add a little bit of texture to your roof, make things look a little better. So let's go ahead and let's repeat the same thing over here. Okay, cool. But yeah, I really encourage you guys to come on, check out the server if you guys are liking it, and if you want to see more server builds like this, let me know in the comments. It's just kind of cool because you guys can come on and actually see the builds I do. I won't exclusively record on here, but I'm going to try to get some ideas out on the server. And yeah, okay, so we have the roof done pretty much. What we want to do is actually extend everything up to where it's touching, like, if that makes sense, like just keep extending it up until it touches the structure of the roof, just like that. And you'll end up with a shape like that. And then on the sides, obviously, it's pretty much just complete. You might have to come in here and, right, like extend a couple of logs just to touch the roof. But other than that, I mean, it's pretty much done except for the actual build on the actual build itself on the inside. But this area is completely done, which is cool. Now, this build is something you can make as tall or as short as you want. And of course, 1, 2, 3, place a block. You want to do the same sort of styling, so if you have any areas that are like that, you want to just make sure you carry over the same sort of patterns. And then we may want to do a block up there. Yeah, we're going to do a block up there as well. Okay, so we're going to take these trapdoors and just put them all the way around. So we're just going to count 3 blocks and then do the same thing over here. So 1, 2, 3, place a block. 1, 2, 3, place a block. And then under them, you just want to put your trapdoors. You may want to put a trapdoor up there as well, just to make sure everything fits nice. I didn't turn off my AC in my apartment. I really hope it doesn't turn on and make the video all loud, because sometimes it happens. Now, funny thing is, this build actually has no windows, right? It's not the kind of build that's going to have windows, but hey, doesn't that look pretty cool? I thought it looked pretty cool. I know you can make it more fancy than this, but I kind of like just a simplistic styling like this. Okay, so we're going to have the entrance right here. I'm trying to decide how I wanted to do this because I don't really remember how I did it, but I think that should be fine. So just break that log there, put an upside down stair, and then put that wall block. Grab a door, whatever you want, spruce, whatever, and you can make this with oak wood. Of course, you don't have to make it with any sort of material, but we're going to come in here. I'm going to leave the door open, get a little light in here. We're going to come in here, and we're just going to do spruce wood floors, and then we're going to use half slabs for the rest. So let me grab some torches here, just so that we can get this lit up a little bit. So we want 3 high ceilings, of course. So we're just going to come in here and we're just going to place a slab. So we have 1, 2, 3, and then on the top half of that 4th block right here, you're just going to place a slab. You want to make sure you get in all the little divots here and such. And then right here, you may want to put a stair as well, just to make it look a little bit better. And this is going to give us a nice high ceiling, a little bit higher than 3 blocks because of that half slab. Now choose one of these layers right here to have your ladder. You can either do it like on the side here, which is what I'd recommend, or you can do it on the log. So I'm just going to do it right here. I'm just going to take the ladder. We're just going to extend it all the way up to the tippity top of the build. There's going to be a bunch of layers in here. I don't know exactly how many. It just depends on how many you really want to put. So we should be on, okay, so 3, and then we'll put another layer right here. Now it doesn't matter how many layers there are, because if you just have all the rooms you want in like 1 layer, that's fine. You could make a little squat, like a little short one or something. It's really not going to matter. What did I do? I am so sorry if that was loud. I am so sorry. Maybe I'll cut it out, but my alarm just went off, so if the audio cut out, that's why. Okay, but I'm back. Okay. I hope I do remember to cut that out. I'll probably see the spike in the audio levels like when I'm editing this video. Now on this level right here, we can go ahead and do the same thing. So we're just going to go up another block, and then we're going to have that 3 block space, just 1, 2, and then 3. And then on the top half of that 4th block, you just want to do a slab, and you'll end up with something pretty cool, right? So we have a bunch of layers, more than I had even planned, but I like designing interiors, so it shouldn't be a bad thing at all. So we have, okay, so this top layer, we also have this, nice. So we got a lot of room to work with, guys. We've got 1 layer, we've got 2 layers, 3, and then 4. So not that many, actually that was how many I planned, so 4 should be good. Now there are a few things you could do to the outside. For example, you could take some leaves and you could add them if you wanted a little bit more of a rustic feel, and you could just sort of place them wherever. It's not really important that you add leaves, but if you wanted to make it look kind of fancy and have a little bit of rusticness to it, you could definitely add those. And it's not necessary, guys. It really isn't. I don't even know if I'll keep them, but I'm just going to give you an example of what you could do if you wanted to make it look arguably fancier. It doesn't really affect anything, but if you wanted to make it look like this, 100% do it. Go for it. All right, you only got 1 life. You want to add a little bit of leaves to your build, you go ahead. You go right ahead. Okay, so I think that should be good. Maybe a little bit over here. Maybe not as many as the other side. But yeah, we're just gonna go over here and go up a little bit, and then maybe just have a little bit and they touch right there. So something like that can make it look really cool, right? So you got some leaves on the build. Some people may like it, some people may not. I don't really know if I like that 100% on here. Actually, the reason I don't like it is because there's none like over here. So let me connect a little bit, just like that, something like that. I don't really know. But if you want to add leaves to your build, you can, and that's how I'd recommend doing it. Let me see how that looks, right? So when I take a thumbnail, put it on FOV 30, does that look good? Like a nice wizard tower or something? I don't really know. I'm not a huge fan of those leaves. I'm not very good at placing them, but let me take all those off real quick. Okay, that should be all the leaves, so you don't have to do that. I was just giving you a few ideas if you wanted to do that. I'm gonna grab the interior materials for this first floor. Now, again, it really doesn't matter what your first floor is. It can literally be anything, but I don't like that stair right there. It makes me feel a little claustrophobic, so we're gonna do something like that, and that should be good. Okay, so you can really do whatever you want. Now, an entry room, honestly, is not something that I would put a whole lot of like crafting tables and stuff. You want to make it look pretty, right? You want to give people a good first impression of your home in Minecraft. Now, if you're actually like on a survival world or whatever, definitely have some crafting tables in here and some furnaces. I'm going to design this like it's built in survival because that's typically what my builds are, survival builds. I don't really do too many like aesthetic things. I'm not very good at them, as you guys might know if you watch my channel, but I try my best, right? I mean, I tried those leaves and it turned out okay, maybe you liked them, maybe you didn't. Let me know in the comments. Leaves or no? Leaves or no? Let me know. Leaves or no? Let me know. That's funny. Can I get a different painting, please? Please. And then no. Okay, good. Oh, there we go. That would have stressed me out really bad. Okay, let's put an armor stand right here, and then what else can we put here? Maybe an anvil. I don't know. You want to repair your tools right after you get home? Be my guest. And then we'll just take some leather armor, just because that's sort of aesthetic. I'm not gonna put some like diamond on or armor on an aesthetic. But yeah, I know I mentioned it earlier, but if you guys do want to see this build, I will figure out a way for you guys to come on the eDog server and check it out. It's a really cool server, really cool guys. There's actually someone that used to be on the Fire UK building team on here. They disbanded, I'm not sure how long ago, but he is here, and he's really good at building, and he's been helping me out, so that's pretty dope. Like, it's pretty cool, like, talking to him. Just talking to another builder, because I don't usually play, like, multiplayer, but it's kind of nice. You know, I have the chat turned off. It's just like single player, but on a server, and I can help a nice server out too. So come on if you want. Okay, so we got the first floor done, right? A little bit of design. We got crafting tables, furnaces, whatever. We're gonna want some chests maybe on the second floor. I'm not really sure. Maybe let's come up to the top here and let's see what we can do as far as chest storage goes. So it is a little bit dark, so maybe just put like 3 torches right there for now. So I'm gonna take some chests and we're gonna see what we can do as far as modifying the roof. So some blocks you see you can break, and then some other blocks like you can't break. You may just want to break those and extend the logs up. These blocks right here you can't break, but what you can do is on the areas where you don't need a log, right? So we don't want a log there. We actually want the solid block. But the areas where there isn't a log, you can do the upside down stair like that. And then you can take your chests and you can actually have like 2 chests right here. I suppose it is technically possible to do a little bit of a like a window here, right? I don't really know how you'd go about it. You could just do something like that, but then you're gonna have to deal with like, I don't know, it kind of ruins the roof line for me personally. So you don't have to do that. You don't have to add any windows. I mean, honestly, a build doesn't have to have windows to be like a good build. It's not really gonna affect anything. But from the outside, you can't tell these are stairs, so you can just sort of stack chests like right here, and then this block right here doesn't even need to be here, so you can just put a stair like that, and then you can do the same thing over here, and then you can just fit a lot of chests, right? So like they're not double in size, so but whatever, right? I mean, like you still are fitting a lot of chests in here. You can fit like this is a really good bit. I don't know how many chests this is, but if you need more storage than this, I don't know what you're doing, but come on, like what are you storing? Like, I don't know. I mean, maybe more people in survival, I guess. That's not fair to say, because people in survival are going to need a lot of chests anyways. But yeah, if you want to do your chest room like this, you can. So that's at the very tippity top of the build. Let's get down here. Let's put the one more ladder. Let's get down to the second floor. So right here, let's do a bedroom on the second floor. That feels fitting. Now, the bedroom's a little tricky, right? You can break your support, like right here. Oh, not right there, sorry. Actually, you can't break it anywhere. That was right. That's why it's tricky, right? Because your bed can go... Oh, what? Okay. Do I have armor on now? Yes, I do. Cool. Okay. How do I take it off? Okay. Cool. I have the most basic skin in the world, so I don't ever show it because it's kind of embarrassing. I made it when I was so young, and like I made it on one of those customizers or whatever, and I don't know, I modified it on paint.net, which is what I use for all my thumbnails, by the way. If you're curious about what I use for my thumbnails, I literally use paint.net. No Photoshop, nothing like that. Okay, so as you can see, I just put a bed down, I put some bookshelves next to it just to look pretty, and I'm going to put an ender chest up there, and someone gave me some crafting tables that are named me with Unbreaking 3, so whoever did that, I don't remember, I'm sorry, but thank you very much for the crafting tables. We're going to take a stair here, and we're just going to put it right there, and we're going to take a pot, we're going to put, actually, you know what, no more of that stuff, no more of the aesthetic stuff right now, we're going to put a chest, we're going to be survival, oh yeah. And then maybe an item frame above that to denote what is in the chest. I'm not sure. What do you want to store next to your chest? Next to your bed? Maybe some diamonds. You don't want anyone stealing them. You want to sleep next to your diamonds. Hey, not one to judge, right? So we do have one more floor above this. So I was going to do... Okay. So we have that. We probably maybe want some furnaces in here. I don't know. You can just make stacks of furnaces like literally wherever you want in the build. I don't want to have like a seat. My AC just came on. Hold on. Much better. AC just turned off. I turn it off, I have to wait like 30 seconds, which is aggravating because I got the flow going and I have to interrupt the flow of my video. But hey, I replaced this. Instead of spruce, I just use oak. Next to the ladder here, I'm just going to put an armor stand up on top. I don't know why, I just think it looks cool. I just personally think it looks cool. You don't have to do that. There's not much you can put in a bedroom besides like aesthetic things. You can definitely put some stuff. You could put like a painting on the side if you wanted to, or a painting behind it maybe. Can't really see it, so maybe not. But we'll just put some more chests here. Maybe you want some more chest storage next to your bed. Doesn't really matter. Whatever you want to do, whatever makes you happy. And then above that chest, upside down stair, just so that you can open it and whatnot. But yeah, now we got a bedroom designed. We have a bunch of furnaces and crafting tables already. We don't have any crafting tables on this floor, so let's go ahead and just place a couple, just because it doesn't really matter. Put one right there and there. Perfect. Okay, let's go to this floor right here. And I don't know, you know, I'm the kind of person, I like to brew in my houses. I like to brew pretty often, so I always have these little groweries of netherwort in my builds. So we're just gonna stack some glowstone right there. Now the tricky thing is that I like to put trapdoors on everything, right? I like to make sure it's kind of like segmented, but when they're next to each other, well, you can't really do it. And to be honest with you, it doesn't really matter this build. I think it looks kind of cool being open. Usually I do it like that, but you know, variation in builds is nice, you know, getting out of my comfort zone, right? Okay, so let's just put a cauldron right in the middle of that, right? And it kind of fits there perfectly. This is a tripwire hook, and I'm just going to put that above it. I'm going to take some water, and I'm going to put it right there. Cool. Okay, so we're gonna need actual brewing stands, definitely. And there's a couple ways to do that, right? We could use stairs, and then I'm gonna experiment with another method here. I'm gonna try some slabs. Let me grab the actual brewing stand itself. So what I was saying is you could try like slabs like this, and you could actually fit 2 brewing stands in one section, but I'm not a fan of how that looks. It's more efficient, I guess, but I kind of like how it's like this. So, and then right here, I'm just going to, we're gonna just put some chests, honestly, to store your brewing materials. So there's no enchantment table in here. I don't really honestly know if you could fit a full enchantment table in here anyways, because a lot of it would be like filled out. It's the perfect size, right? But I don't know if you could fit like a good enchanting table in here or not. Enchanting table. There goes my Oklahoma accent again. Okay, I'm just gonna put stairs above those. I think it looks a little bit better. So we could just put like potions in there and whatnot. Now, if there was another floor, we could try an enchanting table, but I honestly don't know if it works. But just if you guys wanted to test it, I'm just going to put one in here just for fun. You can put the chest back. I might put the chest back. I don't really know. I mean, you still have a good bit of chests in here. Like, don't get me wrong, but I don't think this is even close to full 30. My guess is it's around 20, 22. But we could test it out real quick and just find out. 28. Okay, so it's pretty close, and you could honestly fit another bookshelf somewhere. I'm sure. Like, you could put one like right there, and then get yourself a full 30. It would be a full 30 because each one is 2. But I'm not going to do that. I'm going to leave the chests, but I'll leave you with that. Thank you guys so much for watching this video. If you want to check out the server, feel free. The IP will be in the description and the comments, and you should be able to find it pretty easy. I'll make it very findable. As far as getting onto this creative plot, this is just a creative server, so if you want to come on the plot and check it out, I'm sure I will have a command there for you to do so. But if you liked the video and you want to see more like it, and you're new to my channel, click the subscribe button. You get notified when I upload. Just make sure to click that bell I'm really happy with how this build turned out. I had a bunch of people help me with it just to make it look a little bit better, but you can make it as tall or as short as you'd like. And I don't know, I think it's kind of nice. I like it personally. You may not like it, and that's okay. You know, difference of opinions, but just little things like this, like you could stick some fence in here, right? And that kind of helps add a little bit of texture to it as well. So you can just kind of play around with it, add a little bit of things here and there, and make things look as fancy or as not fancy as you like. But yeah, thank you guys so much for watching. I really appreciate all the recent support on my channel. I came back from the dead and people are still liking me, so that's always good. It's always a good feeling. So thank you all for watching. Leave a comment and I'll be sure to reply. I try to reply to every single comment on my channel, which I know is weird and it may sound like I'm lying just to get you to comment, but seriously, go check out my recent videos in the last month. I've replied to almost every comment. But yeah, come check out the server, come check out my builds. I'll have a lot more builds in this general area. But yeah, thank you guys a final time for watching, and I'll see you guys in the next one. Bye.